Today we are in P5 science on the topic which is called digestive system. Remember, we have different systems in our bodies, and among these systems we have a system called digestive system, and it is the one on which we are going to focus today. So by definition, this is the body system which consists of organs which take in food and break it down into substances that the body can use for energy growth and tissue repair. So simply, that is what digestive system means. Then under this system, we have different processes which are involved, and we are going to look at these processes. So process number one under this system, we have a process which is called ingestion. We have the process called ingestion. That is process number one, and it is the first process under this system. So what does that process mean? Let us find out and see what ingestion means as our first process. Before we go further, before we talk about it, before we have explanation of it, let's first have a list of all the systems which take place, under which we also have digestion. So after ingestion, we also have a process called digestion. Then from there, we have a process called absorption. From absorption, we have a process called assimilation. Then we also have a process which is called egestion. So, and don't get confused of these two, ingestion and egestion. Ingestion starts with IN and egestion starts with E. So those are the processes which are involved under this topic, and we shall have explanation of these processes one by one, and we understand them very well. So we are going to talk about these processes. We have the explanation, we understand them, we talk about each process, what it means, how it is, such that we understand this topic very well. In the first place, as we said, as you can see, as our processes are displayed there, we shall start with the first process, which we have called ingestion. That is our process number one. So let's have explanation of it. By definition, when we talk of ingestion, it is the process or the act. You can say it is the process or it is the act. Yeah, it is the act. It is the act. It is the act of taking in food. It is the act. It is the act. It is the act of taking food into the alimentary canal through the mouth. That is what we call ingestion. It is the act of taking food into the alimentary canal, through the mouth. That is what we call ingestion, through the mouth. So if you get food, when we are eating, we may use hands, we may use a fork, we may use a spoon. So when you get food, and you put it into your mouth, what you will have done is what we call ingestion. So simply, that is what it means when we talk of ingestion. So for the alimentary canal, as we go further, we shall have to understand what the alimentary canal is. So that is the process, that is the first process under this topic. That is the first process which we have called ingestion. From there, from ingestion, as we said, we go to the second process, which we call which we call digestion. We go to the second process, which is called digestion. So let us now have the explanation about digestion. So, by definition, digestion, when we talk of digestion, let's have the definition. Digestion is the process by which food is broken down into simpler soluble substances which can be absorbed, or that can be absorbed into the bloodstream. So that is what we mean when we talk of digestion. The process by which food, it is the process by which food is broken down into simpler soluble substances that can be absorbed into the bloodstream. So when we talk of bloodstream, we mean the flow of blood in the circulatory system of the animal. So as we go further, yes, in P6 we shall talk about this circulatory system. Yes, we also understand, but simply for our case now in P5, just understand that is what the bloodstream means, the flow of blood in the circulatory system, as we shall see in P6. So that is the second process. That is the second process, which we have called digestion. Then, as we have our list above, from digestion we come to another process. Which we have called absorption. And that is our process number 3, absorption. So we are now going to have a look at absorption. We define it, we have explanation, such that we also understand what absorption is. Because after, as we have seen, after ingestion, what happens is digestion. Then after digestion, now the process that takes place is what we call absorption. So let us now talk about this absorption, and we understand it too. By definition, absorption is the process by which digested food is taken into the bloodstream. So that is what we call absorption. The process by which digested food is taken into the bloodstream. So when this food which has been broken down, after this food has been broken down, what happens? It will enter the bloodstream, and the process by which this food which has been broken down enters the bloodstream in our bodies, that is what we have called absorption. So simply, when we talk of absorption, that is what we mean. So in the stomach, there are finger-like structures which are called villi. When it is one, it is called villus, but when they are many, they are called villi in the part which is called ileum. So in the ileum, small intestines, there we have structures, finger-like structures, which are called villi, and it is where this absorption takes place. It diffuses through the thin membrane of the villi, and now after diffusing, after entering through that soft membrane, it enters the bloodstream. So this entry of this food into the bloodstream is what we call absorption. So I hope you have understood what absorption is. So from absorption, we go to the fourth process, and this fourth process we call it is called assimilation. Let's have its definition. So assimilation, when we talk of assimilation, by definition, assimilation is the process by which food is distributed. It is the process by which food is distributed to the body cells. That is what we call assimilation. So after this food has entered the bloodstream, what will happen? It will be transported to the body cells in our bodies. So the transportation or distribution of this food which has been absorbed then to the to the body cells is what we call assimilation. So that is what we call assimilation. The process by which food is distributed to the body cells. That is what we call assimilation. And we shall see why this food is transported to the body cells. We shall see that one also. So just keep following. We shall see, we shall understand everything. Then after that assimilation, after this food has been distributed to the body cells, now what happens is called metabolism. Then what happens is called metabolism. So let us now have a look at metabolism. So let us see what metabolism means. We have definition. Then from definition, it will help us to have the primary understanding. Then we go on, we have explanation, and we understand what this metabolism is. So let's have the definition first. So by definition, when we talk of metabolism, let's have definition. Metabolism is the process. It means or it refers to the chemical reactions. Metabolism refers to the chemical reactions in the body cells. It refers to the chemical reactions in the body cells or in the body that change food into energy. Metabolism, the chemical reactions in the body that change food into energy. The chemical reactions in the body that change food into energy. So that is what we call metabolism. In other words, it is the way in which this food which has been distributed to the body cells is used. So these body cells use this food which has been distributed to them to form energy through the process which we call respiration. We shall see this respiration in P.6. So the process by which oxygen combines with the food to produce energy. That is what we call respiration, and this process takes place in the body cells. So this process is under the chemical reactions, yes, as that take place in our bodies. So simply, that is what we call metabolism. So after ingestion, you can see after this food has been taken to the body, it is broken down through the process called digestion. After digestion, after being digested, then it is absorbed. After being absorbed, it is transported to the body cells. After being transported to the body cells, then it is used. Then after being used, now through the process of metabolism, let's now have the last process. We see now what follows. Now the last process, as we said, it is digestion. Let us now see what digestion is. So by definition, when we talk of digestion, it is the process by which undigested food is discharged from the body. Discharged. To be discharged is to be ejected, or to be sent away, or to be removed. That is what we call being discharged. So by definition, when we talk of digestion is the process by which undigested food is discharged from the body. So when we eat, not all food that we eat will be digested. Some of it will not be digested. And the one that will not be digested, or the one that is not digested, has to be removed from the body or discharged from the body. So the process by which this food is discharged from the body, that is what we call digestion. So that takes us to the last process, that is